What's going on, traders? Welcome back to the channel. Another week here, the 13th of February. We are going to start this week off looking at Casper and Tether USDT. Daily chart, guys, tradingview.com. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate all of these subscribers. Markets continue to head lower here into another week. Casper currently down 7.38% on my end. We are sitting at we're sitting at two important support areas right now that price may hold. Kind of depends on what Bitcoin does, and Bitcoin, guys, is looking like it's continuing to slide lower. It's looking like it's getting ready to make another leg to the downside. So currently Casper is, let's zoom in on the charts. Currently Casper is sitting right in between two support levels we have that are at, so it's a 363, and then above the market there is a 366. We're sitting currently at 364. We are basically dead in between both of those levels. Also, guys, both of those support levels, and the reason why they are support levels is because they were below the market prior to today's, the 13th of February's decline. They were below the market. Also, let's take a step back to so this area right here, this whole consolidation pattern right here, found resistance at 363 and 366. See all these candle wicks here? That was a heavy resistance level that was broken to the upside in a big way. It kind of started on the 4th, it looks like, and then really took off when we found support on the 6th, and then the 7th, big breakout. Now we are doing a solid, to say the least, back test. So we could see Casper's price find support kind of right where it's at right now, maybe even higher above our 366 level. That is a possibility. If not, then heading lower to the 334 level, which is this level right here. Keep in mind, guys, I am on a daily chart. Also, 344 is that level once again. So if this breaks and we head lower, we could be heading down to 334.0334. So on a percentage basis, that would give us call it another roughly 8% from where we are currently trading. From our pullback off the highs here, we are currently down 21%. It's actually a bigger number than I thought it was going to be. So a 21% pullback is very heavy. I mentioned in the last Casper video that we could see a back test to these two levels here, these 366, 363 level. If we start to head much lower, if we start to break the 334 actually, I would be concerned that we could be heading even lower down to the 313 or the 310 level, which are these levels on my chart. So we'll have to see, like I said, what Bitcoin decides to do. Bitcoin broke a very important level last week, 22,500, hasn't regained it yet, and it's also failing to hold a lower support level that we have on the chart, similar to these white lines. I have them over on Bitcoin as well, and that is failing. So that is telling me that it told me last week that the odds of Bitcoin going lower have increased before going higher, at least for the short term. And then as Bitcoin continues to fail at holding support below the market, those odds even go higher and Bitcoin will continue to go lower. We'll see. If we get too oversold, of course, we'll get a rally. But for right now, the trend has definitely changed either to sideways or to down. And we are always waiting and prepared to get back on board for a long position, prepared to buy back into Bitcoin and certain cryptos. But for right now, as the trend continues lower, we just kind of try to find a stopping area, a stopping point, and looking for the price to flip to the upside. So that is kind of my thoughts here on Casper. I mean, there is some solid support right at where the price is at right now. And we saw the candle. We saw a candle wick down to our lows today, our 361. So below our 363. We're trading at 365, dead center of our 366 level and 363 level. Wouldn't be surprised to see support show up here unless they really, really crush Bitcoin. And then this thing is going to head lower. As strong as some of these projects are, and sometimes as good as the charts look, the elephant in the room has the end say for these cryptos. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with Bitcoin. So that's kind of my thoughts on Casper right now. Could do some nibbling right around this level. You're getting a 7% discount. We're sitting at 2 support levels. Of course, though, that is not financial advice, and there's no guarantee that the price isn't heading lower down to 334 or even down to the 313, 310 area, which would be down in here. But currently, real time right now, 5:30 on a Monday on the East Coast, we're finding support at 363, one of our levels. Also correlates with all of this old resistance. We're actually a little bit lower than that resistance. So that's some of my thoughts here on Casper. This thing could be, let me get a different tool here, if I can find it. This could be just a pullback into a larger breakout to the upside. Potentially. If Bitcoin flips, that'll probably happen. If Bitcoin doesn't flip, we're probably heading down to 334, potentially even 313, 310. Depends how long this correction goes. Bitcoin was finding some support, actually. Let's jump over to that chart real quick. Bitcoin was finding some support. So here's my levels here for Bitcoin. 21,694 is an important level that you could see. We stopped on a dime on that on the big sell-off on the 9th and kind of been chopping around since for a couple days. If that level doesn't hold, it's back down to the 20,000. Let's see, 20,678 level. If that level does hold and we rally, then we'll find resistance once again up here at 22,500, which is that key level we broke. So that is like, that's kind of where Bitcoin's at, and that should determine what happens for most of the other cryptos. So we will keep a close eye on that. We'll be back with some more Bitcoin videos, and we'll keep you guys updated on my thoughts on Casper as we get a solid pullback. I know many of you are long from down in here in this June area and all of these other 260s levels as well. So you're sitting in a nice position. We still have, for this chart, we still have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low currently. Have to keep an eye out for that either lower low or lower high to take place. That could be a dangerous thing. It happened over here. We printed a lower high and then the price put in a lower low, lower high, and then we really cliff dive all the way back down to our support areas in the 2s. So just be prepared for both scenarios, the bullish and the bearish scenario, guys. All right. Appreciate you guys checking out the videos, taking time out of your day to watch, interact in the comments, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up, all of that. Appreciate it. All right, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.